Okay, let's try this again. The first time, the way I was holding my phone, it was closing out of it. But anyway, this is going to be the books that are considered extra for the month. And we're only in the middle of the month. So I've got Last Night, I Sing to the Monster by Benjamin, and there's the rest of his name. I don't want to butcher it. This was different from what I've read before. Troubled boy, trouble at home. He ends up some kind of accident or some kind of trauma, something with I think he almost died. Alcohol, drug poison. I don't want to give away too much, but he ended up in a facility that is supposed to help him get better. And he had a couple of people that were his roommates. And then he had the counselor. I think in the end, he learned how to care and learned how to let go. And that's all I'm going to say for that. We've got When by Victoria Laurie. This one was really good. This girl right here, she can see your death date. Not the how you're going to die, but she knows when you're going to die. Hence the title, When. And look at the question. Would you want to know? So if you watch this, answer that question for me. Would you want to know? Would you want to know your death date? We have another one, Nolan, If I Should Die Before I Wake. This one right here was about a girl that she was basically a Nazi. And then you have another character who was in those camps. So this book has to do with like Hitler, Nazis, and what happens with the Jews and different things like that. So it's fiction, but it throws in some historical stuff. So to me, historical fiction. But here it says young adult. This one was young adult too, and When was young adult. So if you haven't read this one yet, I would recommend it. Last Night I Sang to the Monster, I'd recommend as well. I recommend When too. Now, before we get to this one, let's talk about this one. Final Scream by Lisa Jackson. I'm not very far into it. Shout out again to McKay's in Greensboro. 10 cents. Can't beat it. I'm only on chapter 8. But I finished this one today. The Girl on the Stairs, Louise Welsh. This was a mystery thriller. I finished it. And I should have. I thought, as I was reading, I'm like, you know what, let me keep going. It's a quick read, so I was like, maybe it gets better. So I did finish it because it was a quick read. However, the main character got on my everlasting nerves. Also, the storyline and everything like that was boring. Again, quick read. I thought, in the beginning of it when I was reading it, I thought it would get better. It didn't. The main character got on my everlasting nerves. Also, the main character's pregnant too. She's a lesbian. She's in a female-female relationship. And that's not why she got on my nerves. She got on my nerves because she couldn't mind her own business. She was told time and time again to mind her business. You don't have proof. Leave it alone. Even the cops told her to leave it alone. In the end, everybody believed her because things happened. And it was like, we should have believed you. But she was nosy and she kept pushing the issue and pushing the issue. And she just wouldn't quit. So she got on my nerves. In the end, the priest had died. And that's a main point, but it's not the super main point, if that makes sense. I just think if she would have left things alone, the characters that died probably wouldn't have. Was any of it her fault? Only one of them was her fault. But the one that was her fault, it was self-defense. But the other two, they were... With the girl, it was an accident and not her fault at all. And with the priest, they never said who killed the priest. It's 32 chapters. The chapters are relatively short. Then there's an epilogue. The way the epilogue ended... Hold on, because I had thoughts about that too. There's a building that's beside her apartment that somebody bought, and they were working on it, and they found something, but they weren't specific with what they found. At the end, it talks about how, let me read this last sentence, or the last two sentences. Maybe you should call Jurgen and tell him that work on the building is going to be delayed. I think they found Greta Mann. She thinks they found Greta Mann. They didn't continue it to go and explain, did they really find Greta? Which was the next door neighbor's wife, and they had a kid together. She was like 13. But the wife, I guess, disappeared or went away or whatever the case may be a while before, like, they had moved into the apartment. Her and the girlfriend before they moved in the apartment. So it was years ago. I think they said the child was like 2 or younger than that when Greta went away. So don't know if she's dead. Don't know if she just disappeared like they said. There's another neighbor that thinks she's dead. And that woman and her husband, I don't know with him, but with her, she's got dementia. Not dementia. I don't know what she has, but she's old. They're both older, and the woman has some kind of issues, and she doesn't remember things like she's, like you would if your brain and your mind was 100%. But, and I'm hoping me describing this makes sense, because in my head and out loud to myself, I can explain something, but trying to portray it like this, I don't know. But my biggest point is this character got on my nerves so bad. I have never had a book where a character got on my nerves. Yeah, some characters in books, they do some dumb things. I'm like, oh my God, that was stupid. Or, oh my God, that's irritating. But I never had one where they just irritated me most of the way through the book. Maybe here and there if they do something dumb or say something dumb or whatever. And then you get over it because they move on to other stuff. But this woman, she got on my nerves. And let me stop. But hey, if you like, this is a mystery thriller. If you like mystery and thrillers, a quick read, go for The Girl on the Stairs. But I warned you. But I didn't like it. I'm not even going to keep it. I put it in with books that I've read only until I could do this video. And now that I've recorded it, I'm going to put it in my giveaway pile. And it's not many that I give away. Normally if I'm going to give away a book, it's one that I DNF'd and didn't even bother finishing it. I just, whatever. Or if it's part of a series like the Vampire Diaries, I stopped at book 4, didn't finish it, so I gave away the rest of the series. This one I finished. I don't care for it. I will never read it again, so it's going to go. But hey, if it sounds like something for you, The Girl on the Stairs. But everybody likes different things. Like, I liked this. Not everybody's going to like that. I liked this one right here. And when, maybe, some other people wouldn't. Everybody's got different reading tastes. But anyway, I'm rambling. Let me stop. So yeah, these are the extra books that I've read this month. And it's only the 14th. Today's Friday. But this video won't go up until next Friday. But the only one from the extra pile that I have left to read is this one, Final Scream. Now, I have other books I want to read, so if I can finish... Actually, I don't know if I'll get to anything extra because I'm still reading Final Scream, which is part of the extras. I've got 4 books on my TBR, my actual TBR that I've got finished, so we'll see. Yeah, so that's it. Extra books I've read. That's not my TBR. Still have no idea what I'm going to title it. It'll probably be something called Books I'm Reading or Have Read. No, you know what? That's not going to be a good title either. I have no idea. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. Y'all don't care what I title it. If you watched it, I hope you liked it. Please subscribe if you want to. If you like book content, I do makeup content too. So if you like makeup content and or book content, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed. Bye. Have a good weekend.